Good evening, esteemed viewers. Welcome to the news on Flip. I'm Christian Chiku. Let's take a look at the headlines. Sokoto Labour Party chair planned to scuttle party's presidential rally. On the 2023 elections, P2B meets the Sultan of Sokoto. Breaking news, Tinubu blasts Buhari and the APC during Cross River rally. And Aso Rock elements working against Tinubu's victory that's credited to El Rufai. Protest as Ekurimado's wife appears in UK court. Let's take a look at the news in detail. The Sokoto State Chairman of the Labour Party, Abdurrahman Chindo, has said he and his supporters will boycott the campaign rally of the party's presidential candidate, P2B, in the state. In a voice note obtained by reporters, Abdurrahman accused Obi and his running mate, Dr. Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, of sidelining him and his numerous supporters. He added that an Igbo man was given money and asked to chair the rallies to be held in Sokoto, Kebbi, and Zamfara states. In 2022, Obi had named one Ifeanyi Ezeagu, a Christian of Igbo extraction, as the Sokoto State coordinator of his campaign organization. Sokoto, the seat of the Sultan of Northern Nigeria, is mainly populated by Fulani people. Most Sokoto residents are Sunni Muslims with a Shia minority. Kebbi, another state with over 90% Muslims, also has one Emmanuel Danjuma, a Christian, as coordinator. I'm making his voice known to call to the notice of our leaders of the party that issues have been happening in some states about this rally. We have been hearing of it, people have been complaining, and now it's our turn. It has come to Sokoto, Kebbi, and Zamfara, the Labour Party chairman said. Still, P2B meeting, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party had paid the Sultan of Sokoto, His Royal Highness Abubakar, a visit prior to the scheduled party campaign in the state. They had a good reception from His Royal Highness as P2B was able to sell the ideals of the party to the religious and traditional ruler. He was accompanied by his vice, Ahmed Dati, and campaign team. Also, the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, at the party's presidential campaign rally in Calabar, Cross River State, slammed the President Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government over the depreciation of the nation's currency. This comes a few days after Tinubu criticized the government. According to Tinubu, when the government took over, the Naira-dollar exchange rate was about 200 Naira to a dollar, but it has depreciated to about 800 Naira to the dollar on the parallel market. Today, they moved the exchange rate from 200 to 800. If they had repaired it, if they had arrested this, we won't be where we are today. We will be greater. They don't know the way. They don't know how to think. They don't know how to do, the former Lagos governor said. Tinubu recently in Abeokuta, Ogun State, had attacked the federal government for the lingering fuel crisis, scarcity in the country, as well as the Naira redesign project, which the Central Bank of Nigeria carried out with the approval of President Muhammadu Buhari. However, the former Lagos governor had denied that the outburst wasn't targeted as the president, but the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar. Also at El Rufai, the Kaduna State Governor, Nasir El Rufai, on Wednesday revealed that some people in Aso Rock are working to frustrate the victory of the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate, Bola Tinubu, during this month's election. He said, "I believe there are elements in the villa that want to lose the election because they didn't get their way. They had their candidate did not win the primaries," El Rufai said while featuring on Sunrise Daily. The governor explained that those working against Tinubu's victory were those whose the APC presidential flag bearer defeated their candidates during the party's presidential primary election. They are trying to get us to lose the election, and they are hiding behind the president's desire to do what he thinks is right. I will give two examples. The petroleum subsidy, which is costing the country trillions of naira, was something that we all agreed would be removed. Now, Ekurimado's, the human trafficking case against a former deputy Senate president of the Senate, Ike Ekurimado's, and his wife, Beatrice, resumed in a London court on Tuesday. However, anti- and pro-Ekurimado's protests were staged in front of the court ahead of the proceedings. AFP reported that before court proceedings, there was a gathering of protesters, some of whom were in support of the lawmaker, while others were against him. The lawmaker was in June 2022 arrested alongside his wife at Heathrow Airport in London on the allegation that they flew a young man from Nigeria to the UK to harvest his organ. The allegation added that the organ was meant for Ekweremadu's daughter Sonia, who is currently hospitalized with a kidney-related illness. Some Nigerians had in October 2022 protested in Abuja against the continued detention of the lawmaker, who has now spent 223 days in the custody of UK authorities. Protesters once again gathered at the court on Tuesday to either support the embattled lawmaker or protest his continued detention in UK custody. With that, we've come to the end of the news on Flip. I'm Chris Nechuku. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.